Algar Productions.
This is the Post-Atomic Horror, the most comprehensive Star Trek podcast ever produced. Your hosts are Ron Algar Watt and Maggie Robotham. Episode 492, Starbase 80, question mark, exclamation point, and Of Gods and Angles, with Amanda Smith.
Hi, friends. Welcome to the Post-Atomic Horror. I'm Al.
I'm Maggie.
And I'm Amanda.
She sure is.
For all the Afandas out there.
Uh-huh.
I know they've all been asking, when will Amanda be on the show? Is she on the show yet? Why isn't she on the show now?
Scraping at the door, just like, is she there?
Yeah.
What about now?
And I thought making you the bumper announcer would at least sate them a little bit, but
it doesn't.
No, not at all.
Nope.
You get probably ones of emails about when's Amanda coming back on.
Yes, from Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. I don't know. I got to sift through all the ones from Flonk that say Coke or Pepsi, so it might have gone to spam.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean,
true.
there are literally hundreds of thousands of those dating back 15 years. So
Yeah, that's true. We've been at this.
I don't know how
quite a
he
while.
sends emails from 2014, but there they are.
Well, he's using the Flonk phone, which is why it sounds that way.
Oh, yeah. That's true. We used to do a movie night, and he would often join us as he was walking home through Times Square in New York goddamn city. And like, hey, my connection's a little spotty. You don't say, because you're sharing signal with literally 1 million people. Weird.
Yes, the Big Apple, the city that never has a clear phone signal.
Again, you're sharing it with a lot of people.
I run a couple of RP games, and I love having him play because he's like a great player and he's funny and like he's good company. But I've had to banish him because he kept playing like in the freezer at his work and like
That's for crying.
on the subway. Like, and I'm like, Flonk, man, I can't understand a goddamn word you're saying. He went into a box that specifically said on the outside, no internet. And
he disappeared from the game?
Yeah.
Weird.
He said, "Oh, I'm going into the no internet box," and we're like, "Why are you going?" He was gone.
You know, if we just sat here and traded funny anecdotes about our friends, people who commonly appear on the show, we would have a much better time than what we have ahead of us here.
I can think of
my
lots
God.
of good anecdotes.
Because the other guests we brought on are, as we've said, the people who who make us doubt our sanity. They're like, this is a great show, and we keep scratching our heads like, what?
Yeah, fucking idiots.
Well,
all of you
I
are
don't-
dumb jerks.
Amanda is even, like, I tried to be the good cop for this. Maggie hates the show, but Amanda is way further
I
than
like
that even.
Enterprise better than I like this show.
Oof.
That's fucking powerful words on this show because good God.
I can't get behind that one.
The only thing that's better about this show than Enterprise is it's 20 minutes long instead of 45. That's literally it. That's the only thing that's better.
There's also less episodes of it.
Yes.
There are more laughs on the show because there were none in Enterprise.
Yes.
And this show does get me at least once an episode. Not often, but
a
occasionally.
laugh an episode. Occasionally, I would go, that's an okay joke.
Yeah.
Like, there was, I think, one moment that made me... actually, the moment that made me laugh was in, I think it was last week's episode.
Okay.
Where Tendi is trying to make her sister not do, like, pirate stuff.
Oh, yes.
And she does what's called a cutiny. And the reason that made me laugh is because that's what Tilo does to me. She just cutinies at me all the time. And I keep asking her, please, for the love of God, just kill me.
Just mutiny.
Just slit my throat and throw me into a ditch. And then she goes, no, I'm going to do a cutiny. And then I come back and my desk has got pink ribbons all over it or something. It's adorably unendurable.
That is so fucking funny.
I don't
And
like
in
it.
character.
I really she has found a way to bully the bully because I do not like it.
Excellent. The other
I don't know what to
point.
tell you. You invited her into your home.
That's true.
I love
Like
having
a
her
vampire.
here. I love having her here, except for this one
Except for the cute
thing.
Which Lower Decks taught her, so that's another point against Lower Decks, I suppose.
I just bought a bearskin rug, and she's been eyeing it, and I know she's gonna do something to it. I just know it.
Yep.
Oh, that bearskin rug definitely needs a bow on it.
Like a makeover. Yep.
Yeah.
A glow up, as the kids, I guess, say now.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what the kids say, and I don't want to talk to kids.
No. But I would also say that this show is a little better than Enterprise because there are some characters I like on this show.
That's
and there
true.
were, apart from the dog, there were no characters I liked.
I liked
on
Hoshi.
I wanted to like Hoshi.
I liked what I got to know of Hoshi.
My love of Trip is well established.
I kind of love Trip.
Yeah.
I get why you loved Trip, but there was really nothing there.
Multiple times he was the life jacket I had tied myself to.
Oh, thank God. We've said we need to come up with a good thing each time. At least there's that.
Yep. I like a couple of characters in this show. Like, I like them okay, but just like in Enterprise, like the characters were just sort of dolls that plot was put on.
Well, yes.
They do the same thing in this.
I would say pretty much every Trek series has that issue from time to time.
Yeah, but the worst episode, like the worst shows, had it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
absolutely.
Enterprise, up until I saw Lower Decks, the thing I hated most about Enterprise was the fact that the characters were they didn't have an inner core.
Yeah.
They just moved around like when I played with dolls, the dolls had more inner life because I was like, okay, well this doll is like this, and they didn't do that on Enterprise, and there's some of that in this too. I think maybe not as much as in Enterprise, but they're the characters are big nothings.
Yep. Well, why don't you tell us what happens in, as you said in the bumper, Starbase 80 ?
I believe we
title.
I believe we did like 6 different versions of that to figure out what would sound
I
best.
think the one that made me laugh the most was Starbase 80, Interrobang. But unfortunately, it's not technically an Interrobang,
No, it isn't.
so we couldn't.
That's also such a great word.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my old foe Lower Decks. Animation is a time-consuming art that allows us to see anything the creative team can imagine. So why wouldn't you use that magical media to show us what is, I think, the best example of first draft scripts I've ever been forced to watch? Lower Decks shouts references through a bullhorn and looks like low-rent Rick and Morty, a show I also hate, but it is kind of funny. Okay, so specifically, in this nothing of an episode, we go back to Starbase 80, which is a payoff to nothing since Mariner has already been there. But now we get to see the rest of the crew deal with it. They need some kind of MacGuffin and then go through some travails to obtain it. Mariner pairs up with Cassia, who's an Elurian. You know, like Guinan? Guinan. Do you get it, guys? It's from Next Gen. Do you get it? Do you? Freeman and Ransom, in what I like to call the only kind of funny plot, are looking for the chief of engineering to get the MacGuffin. Mariner shouts about how everything on the station is cursed. And the word cursed is used so many times in this episode, it's, I would say, like probably 10% of the episode is just someone saying cursed. Over and over and over again.
It's like talking to a millennial.
And over again. Like, my ribs are bruised from how much, like, nudging they received during this episode.
This is just what it's like talking to a millennial. Everything's cursed. Shut up, kids.
Hey, I'm a millennial.
Yes, I know. Both of you are.
I don't talk about things being cursed hardly at all.
It's a cursed object.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Anyway, so the rest of the Cerritos crew catch being zombies again. And Mariner continues to yell about curses. Cassia figures out it's a sentient algae that the Cerritos picked up during an away mission, and the crew have been transmitting it to each other through their communicators. Then the action-adventure begins. So we have some of that. There's quipping while Mariner and Cassia do a fight, and then, running around. They get the slime out of the crew and put it into a containment box. And in the box, they figure out that the goo is sentient and it says dicks. Ha ha ha. and then no Tribble at all. Whatever. I don't know. I don't care.
Yes.
Fucking hate this show.
It's not very good.
God, this was such a bad fucking episode. Bad fucking title, too.
The thing is, Maggie, I thought you might enjoy this episode. This is not a dig at you. It's just there are certain kinds of jokes this one had. Like, there are bats all over the...
like a dig at me.
It's not. No, there's just certain kinds of jokes that I know you like the bats everywhere.
Well,
I do love bats.
The thing is, back in the day, there was a sketch that the three of us wrote.
Oh, yes, for our old sketch show.
Yeah, because there was it was an inside the writing the sketch was a bad idea, and the sketch wasn't funny.
Well, it was based on the runner. Longtime listeners of this show will remember we always said the worst ship in the Federation fleet was the Hood.
Yeah.
And so we decided to tease that out to a whole sketch.
And the sketch, it wasn't funny.
I didn't think so.
We needed to put an end on we needed to finish it. And Al was like, we should throw this sketch away because it isn't funny. But Maggie and I fell in love with it.
Yep.
Partially.
And we do what we always do. We fucking feed off of each other.
Oh, yeah, you
Yes.
double down on it and
Yes,
you
we
say,
did.
no, this is the best idea.
And the punchline of the sketch, when I say punchline, I mean sort of like mild slap
The
line.
last thing they say.
Yeah, the last thing they say was, because this ship is terrible.
Still
And-
makes me laugh.
It makes me laugh too, but
It makes you laugh because it bothered me, not because it's funny.
correct.
Yep.
But I would not have put, we put a few hours into writing it, and then we made people perform it, and then it absolutely flopped. It could not have flopped harder.
So we recorded it.
Yeah.
Like we did, and then we performed it in front of an audience. And hearing that so-called punchline die in front of a live audience that was super into us otherwise made me so happy.
It was hilarious. It's something that I'll remember forever as being just aggressively funny. But I wouldn't have taken that sketch and spent probably $1 million to
$1 million,
make it.
6 months of time, 6 to 8 months of time. I don't know how animation works,
Yeah.
clearly.
But easily $1 million. I would not have spent $1 million to make that sketch that no one would like.
Yeah.
Oh, and also stretch it out to 20 minutes.
Also stretch it out to 20 minutes.
But here's the thing. People love this show.
I do
sure
not.
do.
I see no difference between this show and one of the worst sketches we ever wrote.
I disagree because there were specific jokes in there that were actually pretty good.
But
Yeah, I know. I know.
We half-assed something together that Maggie and I were giggling about like a couple of schoolgirls, and that is the level of writing on this show.
I agree with you.
Like, it's so bad.
It's aggressively terrible.
But many people... Brian says it's his favorite Star Trek show, which Brian is the...
Brian's favorite character on Downton is Molesley.
Yes, I know. That's what I was about to say. He is the most contrarian when it comes to things like this. But
I don't know what any of that meant.
Flonk loves it. Mark loves it. I'm trying to think through our regular guests. Devlin did not want to come on during this series because they said, I don't want to sit and listen to people trash the show for an hour because I like it.
Fair.
Devlin, we are fighting.
I think Nate likes it, but I'm not sure. But I'm trying to go through all our regular guys.
I'm fighting with all of you, my friends, my good friends who I love and cherish.
I
We
believe
fight
Gav
now.
likes it too. Like most of our regular guests are big fans of this show. So these are people who are mostly simpatico with us. And
Also smart.
but the wider Trek fandom adores this show. Like it's a thing that Maggie and I have said this week after week. We feel like we're being gaslit. Like what?
Yeah, constantly.
Well, gaslighting doesn't work on me. The Emperor has no clothes, and this show fucking sucks.
I don't feel quite that strongly about it, but it wears me down
And
sometimes.
watching it again, I thought like maybe I didn't give it a chance, and I only saw the first when it came out, I watched half of the first
you and
season.
I blew through the first season
Yeah.
because it was only 10
Yeah.
episodes.
And we watched it, and I was like, I hate this. So I'm not
That was
watching
my
any more
hope
of
going
this.
into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got 5 seasons.
Like-
Surely it gets better.
Yeah, it has to. It's so popular.
And
Well-
there was like one episode that I came in for, and like normally when it's on, I am not paying a lot of attention because I hate it. But there was one episode that I actually really liked, and I was like, oh, maybe the show actually kind of got good. And
Well, that's what gets us. Is
Yes.
every now and then it shows us what it could be. Either it gets really funny, or it actually does a good Star Trek episode, and we're like, "This is great. Why isn't it more like this?" And then they'll do an entire episode of Mariner screaming at people and Boimler falling down a hole.
yeah. But like there was that one. It was like the end of one of the seasons.
Where they took the hull off the ship.
That's
Yeah.
Yep.
It was,
yeah.
that was
that's
like
usually when it gets good.
Yeah.
That was like actually a good, like it wasn't just good for this show. It was
No, it
like
was
if
good
I had
Star
seen
Trek.
that on another Star Trek, I would have been like, good ass episode.
Yeah, you guys get what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what drives me. The potential for a good show has always been, it's been there from the very beginning of the series. And they just don't want to do it. They just want to point signs at things. And every time they do, I bang my head against the desk because it's still here and they're still doing it.
But that's what people like, so why would they try harder?
Exactly.
On a different, better show, Metalocalypse,
Yeah.
there is an episode where they're trying to learn stand-up comedy, and the Swissgar watches someone, and he's like, "It's not funny. It's just reference."
Yeah, it's one of those sort of like Gen X type,
Yeah.
like, I remember Snorks.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. That's the whole joke.
And then
I
the other guy says, "Yeah, but he killed," and he's like, "I know, it's brutal." Like, that's how I feel about this.
Yep.
I'm personally offended.
Yeah.
The other thing is that they have such a narrow range of references to pull from
Yes.
because it's just Star Trek.
And it's
like,
mostly next
as-
gen.
As much as I loathe Family Guy, and I do, they have all the references in the universe to pull from.
Also, like Rick and Morty, which I also loathe, is funny and clever, and they use the medium of animation to do wild, cool stuff.
Yeah, they say
It
let's
was one
take
of
let's take this sci-fi idea and really
Yeah,
just
'cause we could do
explore the
anything.
weirdness of it, and that's great.
And that show
was
is
one of
that show is too mean for me, which like
Yeah.
I was unaware that there was something too mean for me, but I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, that's mean. I don't like
No,
that.
I really enjoyed the first couple of seasons of that.
Oh, and I
before,
hate the voice acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was gorgeous to look at. It was some of the weirdest fucking shit I'd ever seen. Like,
Yeah.
I hated the character design because it just looks like every goddamn thing. But like
but the monsters in it
the
are
monsters and the backgrounds
yeah.
and yeah.
Plus, we now have a little insight because we knew someone who worked on those shows, and just the way that stuff's put together is fucking wild to me
Yeah.
as well. But
Oh, that's just more anecdotes.
yeah, all right. We got to talk about this episode specifically instead of just the show generally.
I don't think we do, honestly.
I
think
already
that's
did.
the format of the show, Maggie. Amanda, did you manage to find a good thing?
Okay, yeah, I did actually. On the kind of funny subplot, you've got Freeman, who I actually like. Freeman is one of the characters I actually kind of like.
She's a piece of shit. There's
Yeah.
been episodes where she's a bad captain to the point of like, ugh, why do you have a job? You're awful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
That's it.
kind of enjoy that too.
Yeah.
What was that, Maggie?
Oh, it's just like her. What kind of terrible captain, or if she even is a terrible captain, tends to vary wildly depending on what the show needs, though. Which bugs
Well, that's
me.
true.
Yeah.
But and we were talking about this before. Sometimes that's just all the
Yeah.
Trek shows.
But
anyway.
when Freeman's written in character as Freeman, I do actually kind of like her.
Yeah.
She is one of the only characters that I find endurable.
Yeah.
And so it's her and Ransom who I don't really feel strongly about.
There's
Looking,
nothing there.
yeah, he's just Riker.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
He's just Riker, except
Not as
Riker had not as funny
Yeah.
because Riker was a funny character.
Yeah.
And also not as charming.
Yeah.
Um,
And the
He's
charm was...
Riker.
Oh, God.
He's Riker characterized by someone who didn't actually watch TNG but thought they had.
And
Yeah.
also who saw like the first season before the character
Yeah.
really kind of
Yeah,
got
they're like,
filled out.
I get it. He's the sexy one.
Yeah.
I get it. I've seen like half an episode of this show. Whatever.
Yeah. So I don't really feel strongly about him because there's not a whole lot there. But he and Freeman are going around trying to find the thing that the Cerritos needs to go again. And they just are going from place to place trying to find the chief of engineering. And when they enter one room, the alarms are stuck on, and everyone's just gotten used to the alarms being on because they can't fix it.
Right.
And they're like, oh, you just kind of get used to it, and the alarm is blaring, and then they fix it, and it's like, I just thought it was funny. Like,
That's not bad.
That was another one where I was like, but that actually got kind of a chuckle out of me instead of me going like, oh, I guess that's a joke. I can see how that's a joke, and I am not offended by the joke. That one I actually went like, huh.
The conceit of the Starbase is that it hasn't been upgraded in centuries, so we get stuff from the TOS era, and they don't beat us over the head too badly with a lot of that. I thought they got a couple of good gags out of like, oh, it's one of the old turbolifts where you have to hold the thing, and like, all right, that's not bad. Like, a lot of the setting was pretty good.
Cassio was wearing the old Enterprise uniform.
Oh, right.
And
yeah,
I think
blue
they
one.
didn't actually just say, that's from the show Enterprise.
Yep.
So I kind of like that because we know that's an old uniform and she was just wearing it.
Yep. No, I liked a lot of the jokes about the setting.
Yeah.
It just, and this would be the shittiest Starbase because, nobody fixes anything. Nobody, Starfleet's just forgotten about it.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Maggie, what was your good thing?
I kind of like the Two-Face style half neon blacklight doctor. I thought that was a cool effect.
Oh, yeah, the doctor on Starbase 80 had a really cool look. Yep.
He's like whatever happened to Geordi that time, but it only happened.
Oh,
to
is that
half
what it was?
Yeah, it was.
Before he turned into a glowy lizard? I don't mind that because they didn't beat me over the head with it. So,
Yeah.
I don't mind when a thing that happened before happens again. That's fine. It's the same universe.
No.
It's just
Well,
they just...
it's fine to a point.
Yeah, but when Mariner comes and says, that's like the episode, oh God, now I can't. I know this one. I can't think of it right now.
Yeah.
But, that episode.
No, they
Wasn't that
just
Fuck
mentioned...
Lizard? No, that wasn't Fuck Lizards.
That wasn't Fuck Lizards.
Yeah.
No. This was I want to say season 4 of TNG, and Geordi and some other dude turn into, or a lady, I think.
Yeah.
Turn into these weird, glowy creatures. It was one of my, if you turn into a thing and your brain changes, you shouldn't be able to change back things. But anyway, no,
I like that doctor okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I honestly, if the show was about Starbase 80, I might be more invested.
Yeah.
Because my good thing was the woman that Mariner interacts with the whole time was played by Nicole Byer. Who
I like Nicole Byer.
Yeah, very funny comedian. And she did a good job. This character is relentlessly cheerful, which you would have to be to endure this. Either you're bitter or you're just a nice person who doesn't mind.
And she sees the best in it in a way that I actually was like, actually, that's kind of a good, because I am not a cheerful person.
What?
I know.
What?
Maggie,
Yeah.
are you, the two people who've known you the longest and the best? Like,
Yes.
really? What?
Yeah,
How the fuck am I just hearing about this now?
I know.
And on a podcast that's being sent out to literally dozens of people.
Uh-huh.
And my ones of fans.
To literally who knows amount of people.
Less than before, because all the Lower Decks fans are like, I'm not listening to these assholes trash talk
possibly.
my show anymore. Yeah.
But no, I thought she did a good job because this show's done a lot of those, customer service people are really annoying. Like, all those things I always complain about where it's not the future, it's just now. But they didn't do that. Instead, she was cheerful and it's like, I might fall for this. If I was hanging out with her long enough, I might feel a little better too.
As an Elorian, she is trying to gain experience, and this is a great place to gain a bunch of different varied experiences. So she sees it in a different way, and the positivity wasn't toxic positivity is something that makes my skin crawl. Like trying to put a peppy spin on everything because it's like you got to be positive about it because it's more healthy. No, it isn't.
Yeah, Chris Traeger from Parks and Rec.
Exactly. But she didn't feel like toxic positivity. It was just like she was just looking for the good in things.
No,
and
genuinely
was able to find
positive is different than just put a smiley face on it. Shut up. So I like the character, and
Yeah,
I like Nicole
she was
Byer.
great.
She's
good
great.
performance. The writing on her was okay too. So all right, Amanda, what was your bad thing?
So my bad thing is my bad thing for basically all of Lower Decks, which is what is the point of this? It is so empty. It has no center. And I asked myself, why are you making this? I guess if you thought it was funny, that could be a reason why.
I think that's the defense is like, it's the funny one. It doesn't have to be deep.
I'm not even saying it needs to be deep, but you should be saying something about something. And I don't mean like commenting on the social structure of something. I just mean like
did a character learn something or did it? Something.
And
right.
I mean, like, if there's one thing I've learned in the last while, it's like, you don't have to say anything as long as the show's popular and makes money. This show doesn't have to say anything as long as it sells Badgie t-shirts. And
go buy a fucking Moopsie.
This show is one of the things that I hate about modern culture is artistic endeavor being turned into content.
Yeah.
And this show is content. This show is not. There's just not like. And I'm again like. A stupid TV show that's made to just make people laugh doesn't have to have any depth to it, but it has to have some kind of soul and some kind of reason to be, and this just doesn't.
Yep.
And this episode that's all. It was just nothing.
It felt like an excuse to do a series of gags, which some of the gags were okay, but you know.
Yeah, this episode was content.
Like think of even the funniest like. This is just a comedy. It doesn't have any depth to it. Shows from the last 20, 30 years. Like The Simpsons at its best. Futurama, like, I don't know, Venture Brothers, BoJack Horseman. Like, those all had a little bit of something to them.
Yes.
This has nothing.
Yeah.
This is this is cotton candy. If you look at it too hard, it disappears.
Yep.
That's the other thing. It slips off my brain like fucking soap bubbles, you know?
Yeah, this is water off a duck's ass. When I was writing my summary for this, I genuinely, and we watched this 2 days ago, I genuinely could not remember anything. And when I'm watching these, I am actively watching. I am taking notes. I am not looking away. I am locked in. And I was like, wait a minute. What was what was even one thing about that episode?
Sorry,
I didn't even remember that Nicole Byer was in it, who I love.
Yes, corn dogs. Sorry, you said locked in, and I was just thinking of J.V. Martzoukas.
Yes, exactly. I'm locked in.
Yes.
Maggie, what was your bad thing?
Wow. A woman with a deep voice. Hysterical.
Yeah, fuck off.
When did that happen?
The Mariner was buying something for, I think, no, it was Tendi was looking at the uniforms that all had stab wounds in them.
Oh, like, yeah.
Where'd you get these? Where'd you get these from? And she's like, I got them from wherever.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, fuck you. And that's the joke, by the way. Like, there's nothing else. That's the joke. First of all, fuck you.
I like.
Secondly.
Oh, go ahead.
Secondly, TV peaked. Women with deep voice humor peaked with Dr. Girlfriend, the best woman with a deep voice ever.
Yes.
Like, that's true.
We put a pin in that one. It's done. You're done. Fuck you.
I agree with you. I hate the joke, and obviously you're in a better position to comment on that.
As a woman with a deep voice.
You're talking to two very deep voiced women.
That's true. No, I get it.
Like,
I get it.
Yeah.
But I did like the actual joke.
Me too.
Of these vintage uniforms are here because I took them off corpses.
What
I thought was
what
a
I
little
liked
bit
was
funny.
Tendi going, ooh, vintage.
Yep.
Not like,
Yeah.
because you'd think that, like, that actually is a subversion of expectation.
Yeah.
Yes.
The expectation. Again, this is me going, yes, they have successful done a joke. Good job.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tendi being into it instead of not into it when she's like a peppy, positive character.
Yeah.
That is a type of comedy. If
That is a type of comedy.
If I were to write out a like A, B, then C joke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then, the hilarious shopkeeper, that sucked.
Just hilarious.
Eat my asshole.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they're doing this like now, like really, like this is a fairly recent episode. This is from like what, like a year or two ago?
Less than a year ago.
Yeah.
The show just ended.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Yeah. No, I get you. My bad thing is just, and Amanda called this out in her summary bit already, but like they did the zombie thing in the first episode. And I called it out then. I said, really, a zombie thing? That feels like a placeholder. And they did it again where, like, it's not... I kind of like the idea of this sentient fungus or whatever it was and going through the communicate. Like, all that was fine. The setup of the alien and how it worked was fine. It's just, it turned them into slobbering, lumbering, zombies.
They were
literally
zombies.
just zombies. And you guys perfected the zombie thing with the Borg 30 years ago. It's done now. You don't need to come back to it and try to make it better because you're not gonna.
Honestly, off the cuff, what I would do is make them all just stand there.
That could be a thing.
Yeah.
But I guess you want
Just
some
Blair Witching it.
I guess you want a sense of ongoing danger and like they're coming for you now or whatever.
Oh, well then pick a different, better ongoing danger. That's something I've seen before on this show. And two, I'm kind of sick to death of just in everything. Like in pop culture, I'm sick of zombies. I've seen that done a trillion times.
Yeah,
there sure
like,
are.
Like World War Z was, I mean, that's 10, 15 years ago.
I was going to say, that was
now.
15 years
But
ago. Yeah.
that was good. And Then You Woke Up was a recent zombie thing that was good. Like, like you can still do it, but it's harder. And if you're going for low-hanging fruit, this fruit is rotten.
Yeah.
You have to work hard to turn zombies into something like... If you want to use zombies now, you really have to have something to say.
And this felt like they're like, could we just make them zombies? Yeah.
Yeah, just make them whatever.
Oh, and when I say World War Z, I mean the book, not the I didn't see the
what you
movie.
mean is World War Z, because most people wouldn't say it like that.
Yeah. Whatever.
Really? Because 2 out of 3 of the people on this podcast, Al.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I bet the person who wrote it didn't say it like that.
I don't
remember
care
where
what he has
that
to say.
guy's from.
He wrote a Minecraft book.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, so Peter David probably did too. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but I like him.
Well, I
for
don't.
the most part.
I don't because of his.
Oh, we don't need to get into that.
Yeah.
He's gone now, and he did a lot of stuff we liked, and we could just leave it there.
Yeah, motherfuck him.
Okay. All right. What else?
Why is CG integration still so bad? Why is it so bad?
We've talked about this. It was better the first couple seasons. It got worse again. Like, I feel like we're watching those early Justice League episodes again, where it's like the station doesn't blend with the traditional looking animation.
Oh, another joke. I wrote down all the jokes I liked.
Your notes have like 5 bullet points here.
Yes.
So, okay.
Another joke I like was Ransom asking Freeman if she used the old turbo lifts, like with the handhold thing when she was an ensign.
Oh,
and
yes.
she just says, "I'm not that old." And
That was a good joke.
it was, I think, more the delivery because it wasn't shouting. It was like you could hear the glare in her voice. I like the performer on Freeman.
She did La Barbara on Futurama.
I like her.
She's great.
Her La Barbara is all because that's also a nothing character that she really put some life into.
Yep. She's done a bunch of other things too, but that's how we know her best.
The Boy Needs a Husband the Boy Needs a Father.
Yep.
Is like one of the biggest laughs for me on that show.
Yep. Was that Maggie?
I have seen some decent stuff between the two of them, just as the captain and first officer.
Yeah.
Like, those two pair well together. For as little as there is for Ransom, those two pair well.
Mm-hmm. I also didn't hate her character had not an arc. That's a strong word on this show. But near the end, she's like, we're going to help you fix this stuff, because she had a we're not so different you and I moment between one of the worst ships in the fleet and the worst station in the fleet. She's like, we're kind of the same. And like, I kind of liked that.
That was actually something where there was a little, like, not much, but there was the tiniest bit of meat in that gym mat.
If the show was structured more traditionally where the captain was the main character, I feel like that would have been better. But because we're concentrated on the lower decks, you don't really get much of that.
We're concentrated on the lower decks, and yet this episode opens with the captain, the first officer, and all of our guys going on the ship. Like,
yeah, I know, and I get that they have like Amanda. I don't think you were here for this, but they all got promoted to Lieutenant JG. So like, that's one of the things I kind of like is they started as ensigns, and we're slowly seeing their progression through the ship, and like I like that they're on the bridge now. They weren't before, but there's not enough there, you know. All right, anything else?
No.
I liked when one of the belugas in the Starfleet uniform got electrocuted.
Okay. Real Thomas Edison fucking vibe there. I like when giant mammals get I keep thinking the dolphins.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Eh.
I kind of like them.
I like that because the dolphins is like the first idea.
Yeah.
And this show does so many first ideas.
You're
and going,
right.
we'll make them belugas.
Here's a rare time where I say if you tied this into continuity, it would be better. Usually I want them to stand on their own. If you made them the humpbacks, like we're slowly reintroducing those since Star Trek 4.
And it's animation.
That's a good fucking idea.
So you can do
and
whatever.
It wouldn't be the same ones. It would be 100 years ago they brought 2 of these back and we're slowly repopulating and now they're on a ship.
And I kind of like that the one beluga has a crush on Boimler, which I don't understand, but I kind of like.
That was okay at first, and I think they've gotten, like, they've overplayed the creepiness a little. But
I mentioned this, like, back when there was the episode where Boimler had a girlfriend and it turned out she was possessed by a parasite.
Yeah.
Which is, in an infinite universe, even he can find love, you know?
Yeah, I suppose so.
No, he can't.
There's someone out there whose exact kinks is this idiot.
We've been saying we hate Boimler less. I still don't like him. But
No.
Mariner has completely overshadowed him as the character I find the most annoying. So
Well, anytime I try to concentrate on anything else in this entire show, she kicks the door in to scream something at me.
Yep. We talked about this before the show, but we didn't mention they did a gag about the dumb decontamination gel from Enterprise, which was cute. And then literally Boimler said, "I feel like T'Pol doing this." Shut up.
Up until that point, I was like, haha, yeah, that is stupid.
Yeah, take that. We called it out when it happened, and so did the entire fandom because it sucked.
It really sucked.
Mm-hmm. That's all.
Good joke.
Until it wasn't.
And then until you had to fucking wave a sign at it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
God, no.
All right. Well, Maggie, you hated the title of that last one, and I get that. I gotta say, the title of this next one is actually very good.
Pretty good.
This is a better title. Yeah.
Because one of the best known fan films was called Of Gods and Angels. So it's kind of a nod to that. And it's got a god, and it's got angles. So
pretty good.
It kind of works.
Pretty good, yeah. Again, I'm like, good joke.
There's my theory is that there's one good writer on this staff who gets some stuff through every now and then.
It might be a broken. It might be like a broken clock situation.
Could be.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The Cerritos is hosting diplomatic talks between some balls and some cubes. 2 decent forms for cheese to take, but pretty lame as alien concepts go. This results in exactly the sorts of Futurama-style math and geometry jokes you might expect, minus the writing staff full of PhDs capable of making really good math and geometry jokes. The negotiations are extremely delicate, so naturally Mariner is plopped right into the center of it all. But Al, you say, Mariner's good now. You can tell because she learned that lesson last episode, and we've been assured that it's smooth sailing from here on out. All right, listen, little rhetorical device with zero pattern recognition. Let me lay this down for you. You see, when a writer loves a reset button very much and has absolutely no regard for character growth or basic narrative continuity, well, no, I'm not actually talking about Brandon Braga this time, but I can see how you might think that. And okay, Mariner's not really the problem this time. Not directly, anyway. We still get unscalable mounds of screaming and completely unnecessary sabotage, but this time it comes in the form of Mariner's new protege, Ollie. Ollie is the granddaughter of Zeus, an entity who does canonically exist in Trek, so why the hell not? What's she like? Well, I said already. Screaming, completely unnecessary sabotage. This results in the B-plot, where Boimler does some stupid Boimler shit as he tries to get closer with Dr. T'Ana, then gets a lightning bolt stuck in his ass. Which is hilarious. To someone, presumably. Back in the A-plot, Ollie learns a valuable lesson that Mariner has literally learned 45 times already, but surely it'll stick with her, right? And the conflict between the cubes and balls is resolved thanks to a Romeo and Juliet-style romance between one member of each of their cultures, which is a twist that Tilo, who was only sort of half paying attention as we were watching this, called about 8 minutes into the episode.
She was like wandering in. Like...
She's got a big craft show coming up, so she's been preparing for that. Her head is down. She's got stuff on for background noise, but she's not really...
She is buckling down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And she's not paying full attention, and she completely...
was like getting horns out of the oven and pouring soap and just sort of poking her head in and being like, oh, that's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I know what getting horns out of the oven means, but goddamn, that's funny.
Yep.
It's literal.
That's some real, I got a parrot in the oven shit.
I can't. The amount of things I do to avoid watching Lower Decks, like,
Yep.
oh, I gotta take an important
Dump.
spam likely call. I have to talk about my auto insurance policy.
Yep.
I really love to be on the show. I got this root canal scheduled though.
Yeah.
So like
I've been putting off reading the terms and conditions for every piece of software I've downloaded for the past year, and it's really time to get to that. So,
Well,
I would kill to write the terms and conditions and then write a summary about them.
I actually accidentally watched some porno at my dentist. So, but I need to go
Again?
No, the one time, and I need to go back there again and do that again.
one of the most like weird, embarrassing situations you've been in. You'd rather subject yourself.
I'd rather
to that.
go do that.
Yeah,
I'll just do that again.
Well, I feel the same way I felt when we were doing Enterprise, which is this sucks, but we're still the only ones who have made it all the way through all this. So we've got to keep going, and we're so close.
Yeah, we are. God.
I mean, you guys had done it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They made a little more, but we'll be caught up by this time next year, probably.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, let's get into it. Amanda, what was your good thing?
Whoopsies. Scrolled down too far.
Can't do that.
Maggie, you go.
Yeah, what was your good thing?
Oh, yeah. End of the episode, after Dr. Tiana's finished performing lightning bolt ass surgery on Boimler, she does a little cat laugh as she's leaving. That's like,
Yeah, the
thought that was great.
the performer who does Dr. Tana does a great job of sort of merging a humanoid voice with a cat. Like there's a lot of like sudden, it does like that, and she does it really good. Like you could be lazy and do that with sound effects, but she does it all with her performance. I could tell. It's great.
It's real good. Once again, great character.
Also, some of the only like true animation flourishes that are like nice little character touches are on her. Like before she jumps on Boimler to like scratch the shit out of him, she waggles her butt.
Oh yeah,
that was actually funny.
No, we have said from day one, making her just a cat is one of the funniest things, one of the funniest choices the show's made, and really that's low hanging fruit too. It's just cats are funny, so it's okay.
Yeah, and I I am an old internet monster and I should be tired of cat jokes, but I'm not.
No, and it's not a Star Trek reference, so that helps.
Yeah.
They're not like, you're a cat like Spot.
Yeah.
Like, which is good.
I'm surprised that Dr. Tahana isn't in some way related to Spot.
Well, the thing is, the characters that do that are Boimler and Mariner. Most everyone else doesn't. So,
Okay, I found my good thing.
Yes.
Good.
The whole point of what Boimler's doing is he's got his alternate universe, like the
his
records.
doppelganger's pad.
And that guy had like a successful career and all that. So he's basically copying that to get a successful career.
Yeah.
Which fine.
Sorry, real quick. I really like that he thinks he's doing it discreetly.
Yes.
And Rutherford and Tendi are such huge nerds. They're like, no, their pads are beveled differently, man. That's a whole different pad. And it's like when you look at it's like the gag from Parks and Rec. Does this look black to you, Jerry?
Yes.
Like it's like, well, if you don't have an eye for that, it looks the same. But these guys know that's not the same pad, man.
But what's quite good about that joke is it actually builds on it. And Boimler says the pad is red. Like, and their pads are gray, and they're like, because what they were looking for was the
shape
beveling.
And,
which I understand because I definitely have things like that where I notice.
Well, in this household, you and Tilo are very visually oriented, and I am not, and you will have to explain to me why a thing is different, and I'll be like, I'll make the Homer Simpson dumb face. Like,
and it's the same with audio stuff where you're like, hey, did you guys hear this cool thing they did? And we're like,
no.
We're like, what?
Well, it's like whenever I talk about that same door sound effect and everything, and everyone's like, what are you talking about?
I can hear it now.
Yeah. Anyway.
So Boimler's doing all of this, and normally, like, everyone to this point, like Rutherford and Tendi are both like, no, you need to be yourself. Being yourself is the most important thing.
Yeah,
Don't
standard.
try and be whatever. But then Boimler's plan works, and Rutherford goes, "Oh, the lesson is being yourself sucks. Let's be like if you want to succeed, pretend to be someone else." And I actually thought that was funny. That was one that actually
really
that didn't
good.
just get a chuckle. I went,
Yeah. Oh,
I
enjoyed
like
that
Tendi Fall. It's like, that's not the lesson. Yes, it is.
Bye.
Yep. No, those two are fine. Like those two, I have very little. Like Rutherford early on didn't have enough character, but they fixed that. So like,
I also like that they're not in love.
right? Well,
Yeah.
not in a traditional romantic way, but they absolutely are.
Like they're just like good pals,
Like
best friends.
I am way out of my depth here. I don't want to get this wrong, but I know there's such a thing as a romantic love, and I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I like it.
The fact that the show is playing with that and doesn't feel the need to put like a fucking name on it.
I mean, we did a whole episode
really cool.
where it was obvious they were gonna kiss and they didn't, and I was very pleased that they avoided that.
Yeah.
But then she was gone for the first 2 or 3 episodes of this season, and they were both miserable because of it. Like they need to be together, but it's not that traditional romance thing. I like that.
Yeah,
I like
and
it
like
too.
the temptation to do that is so easy, and on a show like this, where the easiest choice is always the right decision.
Yeah,
It's definitely notable in that it's not.
It feels like a conscious choice by the writers saying, "What if we had a relationship like this?" I mean, it's kind of like Data and Geordi. You know, it's kind of like they're not romantically involved, but also they're inseparable.
And even like, because I've got a fanfic brain, and I'm always trying to like push people
Ship
together.
people,
But like Data and Geordi, I never shipped because I just preferred them being friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've both got
sense to
their
me.
own failed romantic things separate of one another.
Yeah.
Well, Data doesn't because he deleted those files.
Yes.
But, you know.
He did at one
Sad.
point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's got that hologram of Tasha Yar talking about the one time they fucked.
She doesn't even do that. She just stands there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
This is how I want to remember her. Perfectly still.
With her arms clasped behind her back.
In one of the Star Trek
Talking,
poses.
talking about being excited about what kind of man Wesley will become.
Ugh.
Yep.
Well, he didn't. He turned into Will Wheaton.
Speaking of things I hate.
Well, we got to deal with that guy again when we get to Prodigy. Apparently, Wesley's in
Oh
that.
boy.
I think. I don't know what the context is, but I assume it's Wesley and his traveler adventures, and that's not a bad way to bring him back. I just don't like Wesley or Will Wheaton is all.
I'm worried about the idea that he's Doctor Who now.
I mean, honestly, I don't hate that. If they don't make it super obvious, but if they just generally give him adventures in time and space, that's okay.
This is my time traveling phone booth.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like Bill and Ted?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hang on. Where's my big sign?
My good thing, I like the concept of Ollie. Like, just the idea that Zeus exists, because he did, canonically. We met him. And I looked it up, and thankfully it wasn't one of our least favorite TOS episodes, Plato's Stepchildren. It was the other one. It was, I think, shit, I don't remember the title.
Is
but
it
it was
I'm
Whom
sure
Mourns
it's
for
Whom Gods
Adonais.
Destroy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
No, Whom Gods Destroy was Garth of Izar. That was the Arkham Asylum episode.
Yes.
Didn't
Yes.
actually
I like that
involve
episode.
gods. So, but I see why you
God,
think that, because it's got gods in the title.
Yeah. God, I am getting old. I used to know this shit like the back of my hand.
My memory is failing in so many ways, and the whole time we were doing the Bruce Timm shows, I forgot everything about everything every time. But I still remember Star Trek.
I could I used to be able to rattle off the synopsis of every single
Chapter and
original
verse.
series.
Yep.
That's what happens when you read the fucking Star Trek compendium like it's the goddamn Bible.
Yeah, like your Worf's dad reading the technical manuals.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I like Zeus exists in this world, and of course,
Zeus has got 700
Yeah,
children.
Zeus in mythology
Yep. Yeah.
got around a lot, so the real one probably did too. And
Zeus
so,
is the biggest slut.
I heard a comedy sketch the other day of someone like, I turned into a swan so you'd fuck me. What?
Yes.
Why?
What? What do you think I'm into, man? It's very good.
Swans, obviously.
Obviously.
What?
The
No.
sexiest animal.
What?
Oh, famously.
But no, I like the idea, and I like
Love
the idea
going
that
down to the pond and
bring some breadcrumbs, and that's it.
hey, baby.
Honk.
Also, she was like TV fat.
Oh yeah, they drew her with
yeah.
actual wide hips, and like it was her proportions were not the same stock character model. That was nice.
Which
Yeah.
almost everyone on the show is, which is another thing that irritates me.
Yeah, that's pretty typical Star Trek, but yeah.
That's also standard for animation at this point.
But it's also standard for Star Trek. Like, who is a
Yeah.
fat character, apart from the original series crew who got fat. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
And let's be clear, she wasn't fat.
No, you say TV
No.
fat because she looks like a regular person.
Yeah, she looked like
Someone who doesn't work out every day.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 times a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She still has a personal trainer and she still eats like special meals, but
Yeah. But she had a big butt. That was nice.
Yeah.
But no,
More
I
people
like.
in Star Trek should have big butts.
I agree. I mean, we had Tilly, I guess.
Yeah.
She's canonical, and we get to see her again in the Academy show, so that's good.
I'm wondering about that.
Yeah.
So apparently she's not on any of the fucking
I don't.
stuff.
I will see how it goes. It's still early
Yeah.
days. But anyway, I like the idea of Ollie. I like the idea that she's got the Zeus powers, but doesn't want to use them because she wants to get by on her own stuff. And Amanda, you pointed out that her messing up electronic stuff was from X-Men, which I never would spot that, but Maggie obviously would.
I remembered it because Maggie has Jubilee powers. So I think about Jubilee's powers quite a bit.
That makes sense.
For example, earlier today when my computer wouldn't restart.
Yeah, we started
so that we could
recording a little
record this
late
fucking
because
episode.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was talking to Al about it, and he's like, "But that's not a very good power." And I'm like, "I know."
It's not. It's a bad power.
I mean, X-Men are famously a blind spot for me. And one of our friends, when we did a con one year, dressed up as Jubilee. I'm like, oh, that's a cute 80s outfit. And they're like, no, I'm Jubilee. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
And it was
her
like
cute 80s outfit.
It was a fucking good
No, they
Jubilee
nailed
costume.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did not have the frame of reference for that. But anyway, I still like the idea that, well, of course, if you shoot lightning bolts, you're probably going to fuck up electromagnetic stuff. That
Also,
makes sense.
I hated that the lightning bolts were floppy.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
I sometimes like when they embrace that it's animated and they can do animated type stuff, but that was a little Looney Tunes for me.
I liked her gold laurel.
Yeah, me too.
And I like the way it glowed when they're in the dark doing the interrogation, like
Yes.
it really pops.
Yeah.
Also, I like that she can't take it off and it's annoying.
Yep.
Yeah, it's part of her body, basically.
It's called a laurel.
I answer
can't
this
take
question
it
a
off.
lot. No, it's probably the same like Ro had to take off her earring. And
Yeah.
like, you need to take that off. Well, I can't.
Yeah.
Amanda, what was your bad thing?
So, this one had one of the most egregious references that I've seen
Yeah.
because they say, "What are you, some kind of Ronald B. Moore?" which is a writer from Star Trek.
Well, the writer is Ronald D. Moore
Moore,
with
yeah.
like
Yeah.
D for Delta, and this was B for Beta, but like it's the same name. Come on, there is no Ronald B. Moore. You're just
Yeah.
And so not only do the characters know everything about the universe of Star Trek, they also know the writer of Star Trek.
yeah. I hate when they pull episode titles, but this
Yeah.
was worse than
Yeah.
that even.
And like, Ron Moore is one of my favorite Star Trek writers.
Yes.
He's great.
Correct.
Yep.
Also, he's like an angry little badass who I enjoy.
No, you're thinking of
Yeah,
I'm
that's
think-
Ira Stephen Bear.
I'm thinking of
Ira
Ira
Stephen
Stephen Bear. I am thinking of Ira Stephen Bear,
Yeah.
who is like a little blue-haired badass,
Yep.
which reminds me of my friends.
Ron Moore looks like he's got long hair and a beard, and he's got that vaguely Jesus-y look
Yeah.
that a lot of sort of certain types of writers have. But
Yep.
But he wrote some of my
Yes.
my favorite stuff. And,
he's the one who basically established the Klingons as we know them
Yeah.
now. Like,
and
he's
like a lot of
big
the
deal.
good Deep Space Nine stuff
Yes,
is
yes.
because of him. And shut up.
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
shut up.
Shut up.
It's but like I think it was last week where they were dealing with they talked about space whales and they're like, "Are you talking about one of those Galaxy Child whales?" Like, how do you know that? From the episode called Galaxy's Child, which
Yeah.
was not a bad episode, but
Which we've all watched
uh-huh.
in the show.
It was
Why
my
not?
ex-girlfriend's favorite episode. But yeah, it was terrible. And that they did a bunch of those like they always do, but yeah.
This was a particularly bad one, though. Like, even for this show.
They mentioned Dixon Hill.
Which, how
the
do
thing
you
is-
know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said this a couple of weeks ago. That feels like Captain Picard's obscure pull from old literature.
Yeah.
And like one, okay, I could believe that they have heard of Captain Picard because he was Locutus of Borg.
He's
and
also one of the biggest, like, he did a lot of stuff.
He did a lot of stuff. He was Locutus of Borg. He was the captain of like the head of the fleet. Like like he was an influential person in the Star Trek universe.
Yeah.
And I gotta believe if you're the guy who captains the Enterprise, people in this fleet know who you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can buy that.
He probably gave the commencement speech at your cadet graduation.
Oh,
Exactly. Yeah. Like people have probably heard of him. I buy that. But do they know his holodeck program that he plays for funsies? That seems weird.
I think the idea is everyone knows it because it's extremely well known, and it makes the universe feel small. It makes it feel like the holodeck has 5 options.
It's one of the, like, when you buy a new game system and it has like the 3 demo games, so you can test to see if it
comes with
properly.
Mario and Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
Mario, Duck Hunt, and Snake, which
Yeah.
my dad had on his phone.
Maggie, what was your bad thing?
Okay, so I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I sat here for 10 minutes, like, after I watched the episode yesterday, and just like, I don't know what to talk about. Is it the
Honestly-
constant shitty references? I already done that. Is it the shitty character work that just repeats the same beats over and over again? Yeah, done that too. Is it the feeling that the whole thing feels like it's a ripoff of Futurama, a much, much better show? Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I hated almost all of this episode, found it so annoying and so tedious, and I just spent so much time trying to get down on words why I hated it so much, because I've done all of this so many times before. It's always the same thing, and it makes me so fucking crazy. My bad thing is Lower Decks. I hate this fucking show so goddamn much. Every tiny blip of potential this show might ever have is constantly overshone by every stupid, annoying thing that I hate about it. Thank Christ and all the little angels in the heaven I don't believe in that
angles?
we only have to do it for 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, I had the same, like, I was sitting there thinking, like, okay, what's my, like, thinking of my good thing is always hard because I don't like that much about the show. But, like, I was trying to think of a bad thing that had,
A
like,
specific bad
like
thing?
a specific bad thing that wasn't
Yep.
just like, well, I don't like the show.
Yep.
Like, and I was having trouble because I'm like, well, I know you guys have talked about this, and I know you've talked about this, and like, it was difficult to pull one because it's like trying to say, like, it's trying to pick a part of the ocean you don't like. Like,
Yeah.
I just hate
Like, what
the
are you going
ocean.
to point at? The
It has a
part?
magnificent
Like,
power. Yeah,
The part that stole your sunglasses.
yeah.
What you guys are describing is what I found about 2/3 of the way through Enterprise,
Yeah.
where it's like, I have nothing more to say about this. I still hate it. You guys have heard me say I hate it. I don't want to just give you the same show every week, but I got nothing new to say.
It's still,
Like, what am I going to do?
I checked in.
Mariner?
It still
I
sucks.
fucking hate Mariner.
Yeah, well,
I don't actually hate Mariner.
if you watched as much of it as we did,
Yeah.
you would.
I probably, the thing is, like, I do like the voice actor who plays her.
Yeah.
I
Tawny
don't like
Newsom's great.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
like
yeah.
I don't like the direction. Like, I don't like that sort of shouty sort of thing.
Well, that's
And-
all animation these days.
Yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
like the voice direction, and so I don't love that, and I don't love her like doing the same beats over and over again.
Yep.
And from what I understand, some of this reference stuff comes from like, because Tawny Newsom really likes Star Trek.
She's a huge
she's
fan.
a huge Trek
Yeah.
fan.
And so they let her improvise, and they
Yeah.
leave her improvs in. But her improvs are from the POV of a 21st century comedian who grew up with Star Trek, not
Yeah.
from a person who lives in Star Trek. That it doesn't really work on that level.
Yeah, and that's something that the showrunners and the directors and all of that, they just need to cut.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they just need to cut it.
Yeah.
And like
I
do it, like, you know, if her after hours podcast about this, like, that's great. But
There,
like,
and there have been times where she's changed the plot because she's argued as a Star Trek fan.
Yeah.
She said when they did the DS9 episode, which we liked, she said, I need to be there. One, I'm a big fan, but 2, it's important because you need representation, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And
Yeah.
she won them over. Like, sometimes her POV as a fan to the writers is good. It just shouldn't be part of dialogue. Is all.
It shouldn't be part. Yeah, it shouldn't be part
But
of.
she could
yeah.
sway them with her insight and her opinions. That's fine.
But the shouty thing it's irritating.
Yeah, I hate
Like,
that about Boimler too.
It's irritating
Yeah.
about Boimler. Honestly, it's like you said, it's irritating about the current state of animation.
Yeah, most animated shows just
I
have a lot
don't
of
like
shouty
it.
characters.
It's irritating. But there is a lot about Mariner I do like, and I liked the story of her, like us finding out that her mum was Freeman.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed that, and like I actually. One of the problems I do have with her is that she does keep going through the same arc over and over again, and that's one of the things I don't like.
It has been since the first season.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things I actually like, because Michael I also love from Disco, but it's something kind of similar. Like she goes through the same, like not the same type of plot, but the same character beats over and over again, and it's lazy.
She's different now, so
yeah, it's lazy.
She'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And I really don't like that there are two women of color leading two Star Trek series, and I have problems with both of them. I feel very uncomfortable about that.
yeah.
But it's the writing, man.
And the thing is, like, it's neither performer.
No.
Like both performers really bring it.
Yeah.
And I like Tawny Newsome and I like Sonequa Martin Green. They're both great performers.
Yeah.
But the characters are done a disservice by this lazy writing.
I agree.
And also, all the running around and shouting.
Yeah.
That's what people want, I guess. So we have a mutual friend. I'm not gonna say who, because probably shouldn't. Who recently did a reading at a major studio for voice acting. Someone who had voice acted for me for quite some time, and they said, come back for another read. You got potential. You need to bring it bigger. And I think years of being directed by just me, they're underselling things, because what animation wants is big, giant, shouty things. And like, it's a style choice. I'm not saying they're wrong and I'm right, because they're a big studio and I'm just some guy.
I am saying that.
I'm saying
actually.
I can't say that.
I am, because this is
thank you.
irritating and not funny.
But my point is, like, that's, I think, just how the industry works.
It's the house style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, I hate homogeny.
Well, yes.
like-
I don't want every show to look and sound the same. Of course not.
I hate homogeny.
I have
and
bad
I
news
hate,
about everything now.
and I hate like when something works. I hate everyone else chasing after the thing that worked once, because it's just copy of a copy of a copy.
Well,
it sucks.
I'm going to say, however we end up feeling about Prodigy, and it might not be good, both of those concerns, it is nothing like any other Star Trek.
Yep.
It doesn't look or sound like it. And it seems to be really trying to carve out its own thing. Like, it revisits a bunch of Voyager stuff, but like there might be at least one Star Trek show that's actually trying to, do something a little different.
The thing is, it's for children, so I probably won't like it, but not on its own. Like, it's not its fault it's for children. I probably just won't like it because I don't like kids shows.
Like, we've liked tons of kids shows, though. We liked Clone Wars and Rebels, okay. We love fucking Steven Universe, like DuckTales, fucking Gravity Falls. Like, there's lots of good examples of well-written kids shows.
Some of those, though, aren't really kids shows.
They are, though. Like, that's the thing.
They're appropriate for children, but I don't think children like it.
Okay.
I don't know that Gravity Falls was appropriate for children, which is why I love it.
The
A lot of dead kids on that show.
The original Star Trek animated series, for all its flaws, was a children's show that ran on Saturday mornings. And they got some pretty okay, like,
There was stuff to like on that show.
yeah. Like, they were trying to write it like regular Star Trek. So it's possible to do a kids show and still have it be good Star Trek, is my point.
Yeah.
I think that Prodigy is going to be a, like, not amazing copy of Clone Wars.
I don't
what
think
I
so.
think.
I don't think so. I think people fall into that trap because it looks like that. But I think
I've only seen a little bit of it, and I think it's just going to be Clone Wars.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I'm excited to not be doing this. So
Yeah.
I liked a lot of not all of it. Like, Clone Wars was real hit or miss for me, but there was a lot to like.
Oh
there.
yeah.
So back to
I
the
had
Mariner.
to when I was watching Clone Wars, I had to go get a list of, like, you can skip these episodes.
Yep.
There
You don't
was
need
a
to see
lot
the Jar
of
Jar
fat.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So back to the Mariner thing. My bad thing. They gave us a character through Ollie who acts exactly like Mariner did for 4.5 seasons, and the point, the position of the show is, this is bad, right? This is annoying. But before it was like, no, we love this. Like, well, how am I supposed to tell the difference?
And
there's
if Mariner had gone through like a character arc, and she wasn't like that anymore.
Correct.
If she hadn't been like that 2 episodes before,
Yep.
then and bringing someone like her back.
Oh
to
no,
have
it's a
her
good idea
mentor,
to have the
That's
contrast.
a good idea.
That is
You're
a
like I used
great
to
way
be.
to end this series off. Is just like, oh wow, like look how far I've come from what you are now. You know,
Yeah.
No, and I
like
didn't.
there's something there.
I didn't hate the idea of her taking this like crazy junior officer under her wing and saying someone just needs to believe in you. That in itself wasn't bad, but it's just like, how am I supposed to find this annoying when you said this is the main character for the last 4 seasons? It doesn't make sense. So, yeah. All right. What else? T'Lyn. We got T'Lyn in this one at least.
In a fucking cameo.
Well, yeah, but she wasn't even in the other one.
Yeah, seriously. Trust me, I keep a chart.
Mm-hmm.
About halfway through each episode, I go like, what the fuck? Where's my girl?
Mm-hmm.
I was writing down once again the jokes I liked.
Very short list. It
There's a
looks
very
like.
short list.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of me saying boo and I hate this and I'm bored. How can I be so bored when it is only 20 minutes long?
Mm-hmm.
How could this show is, there's 20 minutes left?
Mm-hmm.
The entire thing?
Yes. I've made that joke.
Ollie is stacking a bunch of stuff on like a speeder type thing, and she says, "Haha!" And everyone said I couldn't stack this many things on this thing. Then Ransom comes by and he says, "That wasn't a challenge; it was an order."
Right.
Which I thought was quite.
I said you can't do it, as in you're not allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which again, a joke.
Yeah.
That is
it's
a if A then B equals C joke.
It's also a decent character joke.
Yeah.
And one of the ones that got me was a good character joke, which is Boimler, of course, is obsessing over how to be like Tiana's friend.
Yeah.
And Tendi and Rutherford are off to the side saying, "What's wrong with Boimler?" And Rutherford, I think, goes, "Just the usual stuff."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that too.
That made me laugh.
Yep.
The cubes and squares, man, they really were just being Futurama.
Yeah.
And it was just like bouncing of a third kind. Was
they did a whole episode of the ball planet, but
which was fun. Like
cute.
that was funny.
Yeah.
And this is
20
not.
years ago.
Yeah.
25
It's like,
years
well, what's your shape-based jokes? Lower Decks, what did you bring? Well, someone shat out a pyramid. That's pretty funny, right? Right, guys? Hello?
Well,
Also,
I mean,
the child of the square and the circle was called like Roundo or something.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Squareo. Like you could have made like a geometry joke there.
Yeah. Why would you do that though? Again,
I
I
was-
said that in my
'cause it's
summary.
like-
Oh god.
Because like the kid is like a square with like a rounded bottom, sort of like a bouncy thing, and I'm just sitting there like, there's got to be a better shape choice than this, you know?
I
Like
don't
a
know.
Fucking,
That was just
like-
a blend of the two. That didn't bother me.
It's like, well, what does a fucking square that's a circle look like? I don't know, like a fucking like a polyhedron or something. I don't know. I guess they just did a polyhedron joke.
His name was Squarin, like Aaron, but Squarin.
Yeah, Squareo.
Yeah.
Amanda, I'm going to tell you that Roundo is way better.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, so in the hood sketch, we need to put Roundo in there. Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm not going to revisit that, I suppose.
Yes,
Yeah,
time
we're
to
going to do the hood the next generation.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Al, you have to write it with us,
Nope.
and you have to produce it.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
have to.
Al, you're trapped in this for some reason.
Only if I put it on in front of an audience and they react the same way they did last time.
Yes, I would love that.
They certainly will.
They absolutely will.
Which again, we did our incredibly difficult to find the obvious joke Winchester tires bit, and they
killed.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but they didn't get the very straightforward hood sketch.
That's
One
because
of the best days of my life.
it was. I remember that. It is such a good in-life joke. It was perfect.
Yeah.
So funny.
It's anytime I can confidently say, I was actually right, Amanda, and you were wrong. This Victrola will not fit in my car.
It was.
That's a very specific thing that happened to us.
Yep.
Or let's not adopt a three-legged cat.
Yes.
She almost said, and prevented us having the greatest cat
ever. Anytime that I am proven so, because I go through life with unearned confidence. Everything I did is the best. And
and you like Mariner?
Decision.
That's weird.
Yeah. I did every decision I did is right, and I'm right, and everyone should just get into line. So the times where it doesn't happen, like where I am so decisively proved wrong, it's so funny.
Yep.
It's uproariously funny.
Yep.
And so you have to come and we have to do a next generation of the Hood.
Okay, fine. All right. Anything else about this episode?
I think that's it.
Nope.
Someone at some point said, "So I'm not useless." A line I have to tell myself every day.
Maggie, you're not. You're great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Maggie, I love you.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Doesn't sound right.
I want to spend time with you. I choose to.
I
Weird.
find that my creative endeavors are infinitely made better by pairing them with yours.
Yeah, I think you're really funny.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, with all that, I still want to walk into the river. So things are going great.
I mean, it's first day of summer. You might just
that
wanna
is true.
go cool off a little bit.
It's a beautiful day for a drowning.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I need that. I need a cross stitch of that.
I'll make it for you.
All right. And on that note, anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, we're nearly done. So if you guys want to hear us answer your questions about Lower Decks, or if you feel the need to defend it, we're gonna shoot you down. But I'll entertain that. I will give you your fair shot if you want to write to us. postatomichorror@gmail.com. The website is postatomichorror.com. Our Patreon is patreon.com/Algar. You hear all the episodes 13 weeks ahead of everyone else. And for those of you old school fans of our other show, exclusive Nick and Willikins content going up next month. So
money.
got 2 episodes of that already written and working on getting those edited now, written and recorded, and more on the way. So,
all you Afandas out there, sign up for the Patreon.
Yeah.
Do it.
As little as $1. There's no tier structure. It's just whatever you feel like kicking in.
Little as $1, little as 2 people.
All right. And I think that's all for this time. Oh, next time we're doing 2 more episodes that are called...
There are additional episodes of Lower Decks to watch.
Back when we were doing the Batman show, you had a spot here that said next episode, and I took it out for some reason, and I'm stupid for doing that. Episodes entitled Fully Dilated and Upper Decks. So... look forward to that, and that's the penultimate pair. After that is the 2-part, like the 2 last episodes. So we're nearly at the end.
I can't wait.
Yeah, but that's all for this time.
See you, folks.
The Post-Atomic Horror Podcast is a co-production of Maggie Robotham and Ron Algar Watt. Copyright 2025. Please don't sue us. We're just doing this for fun.